Welcome to the Blue Cup in the Attic. No portion of the Blue Cup in the Attic may be used without the expressed written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. Hello. This Blue Cup in the Attic is called The Key. Okay, Key. Just a couple of things to make management, construction companies, buildings, management of apartment complexes, management of, let me see, would this work with management of homes? Maybe, but maybe not. And here's why. This is called The Key because you guys, once your stalking, gang stalking is escalated, in the sense that one of the things they don't want you to know is that you are being stalked. That doesn't mean when you figure it out like a normal, even though this is not a normal human being, but hear me out. In a normal situation, a normal human being, I hate to use the word just as well, but I have to, is just gonna spy on someone because of taking advantage of opportunity is what it's called. I see this lady, and although I'm not entering her apartment, I'm not entering her home, she doesn't know her blinds are turned the wrong way. So even though I'm married, I can see her when she's changing clothes, et cetera, et cetera. I get that. That's not necessarily in my book a pervert. That's someone taking advantage of the situation. I mean, you see a woman changing her clothes. Most men are not going to knock on the door and say, "Excuse me, lady. When you were putting your bra on the other night, I just wanted to tell you that I could see your boobies." No man's going to do that. Sorry. It's not even the nature of man. If man sees it with his eyeballs, chances are, if he's normal, like I said, he's not gonna, he's not going to do it. And if he does do it, he's going to wait till he's had enough of looking at the boobies and then tell her what's going on, especially if she's a neighbor and he talks to her all the time, so that's normal. But if you have, someone that is coming in your apartment, however, and this is why I said, would they do this with the home? Maybe not. Please be aware, managers, apartment managers, homes, maybe, I don't know, but managers of homes, meaning you go pick up the check, and definitely, this right here, honestly, I'm going to be doing, I'm losing my voice. I'm going to be doing the Blue Cup in the Attic on, and if I said Sue for the Soul at the beginning, I do apologize. I'm going to be doing a Blue Cup in the Attic on, construction companies. I already kind of tapped into it a little bit on a previous, the Blue Cup in the Attic, but I really want to focus on the urgency and the importance of you guys that are in the construction industry paying attention to this, because this is not going anywhere. If the technology has advanced to this level, where can it go but up? You know what I'm saying? It's not like technology says, "Oh, I'm too advanced. Let me step down the ladder a couple steps until 2040. No, it's going to continue. It's going to continue to advance. You know that. Common sense. Okay, we're here. This is it for right now, and I mean it is a big it. Okay. And then what I mean by that are the high-tech cameras. A lot of these cameras are, just to briefly talk about that, a lot of these high-tech cameras are equipped with, or the type of cameras that, for instance, a major tool company that makes tools, a tool manufacturer, let me say that, not company, but even though they're a company, a tool manufacturer, that makes a difference, is made a very innocent item, just to give an example, and they're not the only one. As a matter of fact, I remember when I first started talking about or posting, even though the Blue Cup in the Attic was already going on, when I first started, in the middle of posting my videos about the Blue Cup in the Attic, I saw ads, the YouTube ads for another brand that has this particular product. But there is a name brand, very famous name brand tool company that has an ergonomic Ergonomic, meaning your fingers will fit comfortably on the device, handheld device. They have an ergonomic device that has a camera on top of it, or a screen. Let me say that. And this screen, as a matter of fact, if I turn my phone to the side, this will give me a great guesstimation. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4. Yeah, it's got about a 4.25, 4 3/4 to a 5-inch screen. And that's from left to right. Okay. And then going down, probably, I'll say 1, 2, probably 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches going down. Either way, this particular product is used or was manufactured for the use of anyone who has it. Okay, that's in that may be doing plumbing. Gosh, plumbing. That's not even mean. Plumbing. Plumbing. There you go. Plumbing. To be able to see through walls, for instance, so that they can find pins and pinholes, so that to prevent the total destruction or partial destruction of the wall, just to find where a leak is. Very, very, very innovative and smart idea. However, I don't think they took into consideration that people would be using, it was all about money, okay? People would be using that device to either as a single device to look through walls. Because here's the deal. If it can look through a wall, you put it up there and see a pinhole. What else can it see? All walls are not made the same, even though most times it has the same material. But what is actually in between the walls? These people who do construction know where, basically, without even putting something up to the wall, where there are 4x4s, then wall, then 4x4s, then wall. They know where the, oh God, because I lived in a home, and if you went up in the attic and if you didn't step on the right thing, then you would have come through. And one of my brothers did after my mother passed away, or before she passed away, actually. Went up there and walked in the garage, and there's a big hole in the garage, and I'm like, oh God, I already knew, you guys, who it was. I was like, okay, I know who did that. I know. Confirmation. But if these, the right person using it innocently, doing their job, if they can actually see through and see pins, to prevent from totally destroying or partially destroying a wall, a criminal can do the same thing. We all have, most of us, okay. There are people who don't have, eyesight, okay, but eyeballs, okay. They may not have eyesight, but they got eyeballs, So those of us who are blessed to be able to see, anyone can get this device and do the same thing. Anyone. A 3-year-old, if he can pick it up, can sit there and say, oh, look, there's a toy. So, I mean, what keeps it out of the hands of other people? And I really believe this item should be held, the companies that are selling these items, this should be one of the items that's locked up, and you must register this item right there on the spot when you buy it. They should change where you can just go pick this item up off the shelf, or maybe you need some help to get it, but you could, once it's down, you can just go have it scanned, self checkout, or have someone do it checkout, at the regular checkout. But either way, you got your stuff. No, this particular item should be, it should be considered a legal weapon of some sort. There should be a law that you just can't go pick up this item and buy it. And if you do, you can buy it, but you should have to show some type of identification. And it should be registered with a database. Now, that's just my opinion. Now, here's the deal. There are too many of them out there already. So squash that. And like I said, I truly don't believe this company knew the impact of what they were doing. Maybe they did. It's all about money. We got a good thing right here, but if it gets in the wrong hands, now this is the developer. Someone can really do some things. But we got a good thing right here. Let's make some money. The part 2 of that is not only is that technology used. That's on the low end. You go buy the item, get your receipt, you leave out. Okay. On the higher end, however, criminals, not just that device, probably not even using that device. Criminals are using that technology coupled along with X-ray type technology. Okay. RF, the technology, infrared technology, and have come up with a way to combine all of those technologies. Don't ask me. I have no clue how the ins and outs of that, but this is what I do know they're doing. Okay. But how they're doing it, like you take like a recipe or something, take a dash of infrared and a dash of, no, how they're doing it, I haven't figured out yet, but trust me, give me some time. That is going to be the epitome of videos to watch, because that video, and if I find out, trust me, I'm going to let the world know how they are doing this. And sadly, the bad is going to find out how to do it. But the good will be aware of how it's happening. Technology, man. But they're using that a combination thereof of that particular first basic technology, which is really not basic. I mean, you can see through walls, but okay. Or the generic form of that technology and combining it with other technology. And this is how they're seeing you. Not let me see, how can I put this? Not a generic image of you, but you in the flesh, what color you have on, you've got on, as a matter of fact, oh my God. Well, let me finish my sentence. You've got on a floral top. They can see every freaking flower if you're facing the camera. No, I had a guy tell off on himself, actually from a totally different building, building 4. As a matter of fact, this just came to me. And the funny thing is, in this right now, as I'm talking, literally live right now, I'm looking at a blanket that is the same color of these shoes that I had on this day. Literally deep eggplant purple. Nice shoes, very nice shoes. You guys, was I coming back from the front? When I say the front, you guys, I mean, I live in an apartment complex, so I'm talking about the front, meaning the office area. I was coming back. I was coming back to go to my apartment, and I got somewhat halted, although still in motion, but stopped by a guy who had just come out of the breezeway, one of the 2 breezeways per apartment complex. Well, 6, 2 per floor. And this guy stops me. He was backed in. I'll never forget. And he did I know what you did last summer. Only difference is his line was, I know what you had on yesterday. And I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I had on yesterday, huh? It kills me over in my lifetime. People have said that to me, like, you remember you had on such, and very innocently though. And it's like, how do you remember that? I don't remember. And someone I know told me about something I had on. Well, at the time, and it's even more time now. Like, let me see, I'll be 50 next year. I'll say I may have been probably 22, 23 years ago. I'm like, how the hell? I remember the outfit once they said it, but. Sexy clothes. I sell sexy clothes as well, amongst other things that I do. So, lingerie, loungewear, stuff like that. Been doing it for years. And so, I wore this outfit, used to, somewhat of a socialite, wore this outfit to the club, and, they remembered, I missed that outfit. It was very nice. How do you remember that? Okay. So this guy says to me, I know what you had on yesterday. Or no. That's a lie. Squash the first one, squash the second one. What did he say? Let me make sure I get it right this time. I like that outfit you had on yesterday. Now, I'm thinking, outfit? And I really wasn't trying to throw him under the bus or catch him in a lie or anything. And I was like, what outfit? Oh, you know what you had on yesterday. No, I really don't. But check this out. Talking and thinking. That's me, talking and thinking. Right after I said, no, I don't, or I really don't, or whatever, this guy, I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's what you had on yesterday. See, normally I can't remember, but I had to really, and what I'm thinking about were the shoes. I had on these, okay, purple shoes, and then I had to go upwards, like, because the shoes are fly, you know what I'm saying? And so even though at that point, I remember what I had on, I asked him, no, he's like, you know what you had on yesterday? And I said, no, I don't, or no, I really don't. And that was how I got him. He says, you had on that such and such and such and such and such and such, and he went into the entire outfit, you guys. Now, I didn't have on a 4-piece or 5-piece outfit or anything like that. So he remembered everything that I had on, including the shoes. And guess what? This is what I hit him with. How did you know what I had on? This guy said nothing else to me and got in his vehicle. Now, check this out. Check this out. The outfit that I had on the day before, I did have on that outfit. You know what you had on, that outfit. However, dude, when I got in that vehicle to leave, here's a couple of things. You weren't in my breezeway. You weren't even outside when I got in the vehicle. There was no one outside. You weren't around the corner. You were nowhere to be found when I got in that vehicle. This I do remember. How did you know what I had on? When I was dropped back off, not immediately, always sat in the car, sit in the, not the car, the vehicle, and talk, and I went straight back into my apartment. How did you know what I had on? You certainly don't have access to the cameras. Breezeway cameras. Yeah, how did you know? I mean, described it to a T. And I must admit, I looked really nice because I'm thinking right now of the shirt, because the shirt, as a matter of fact, if you look at all of my Kimmy This Weeks, every week I do a Kimmy This Week, if you're unaware. And these are pictures and videos of that week, what I've done, if it's in the middle of the week, what I'm about to do, or something that's on the agenda for that week. Either way, I could video on a Wednesday. I may one week, and I may video on a Thursday the next week. But if I've already done that something for the week, I'll let you guys know. But if I have something coming up Friday and Saturday, I don't say Friday I'm going to do this Saturday, but yeah, check out the Kimmy This Week playlist, as well as the Blue Cup in the Attic playlist commercial, and the Blue Cup in the Attic circumstance or evidence playlist on my YouTube channel. And join the YouTube channel, and also click the notification bell so that you can be one of the first to get notifications of new vids that I post up. Additionally, the newest videos will have description later. Last one, a video, I said description only, description later in parentheses. The reason for that is because I'm going through the YouTube channel and revamping the YouTube channel and changing this and that, cover pictures, the still photo rather for the video, maybe not, making sure I said what I meant to say in the video. So I have to go over 250 plus videos, you guys, and individually, and listen to each one, and make sure that I said what I meant to say, because I do listen to everything before I publish it up. I do, but if it's just one or two little discrepancies, and normally what the discrepancy is, I said something I didn't mean to say, or I started off saying something and didn't finish it, forgot, went into something else, something that I do that I'm working on. You gotta finish your sentence, girl, because people, what were you gonna say? Well, and I'm telling you, every time it's always something juicy, but I'll think about something else. Like now, I'm doing it right now. But I always, really, I'm not. I always mention my YouTube channel and my videos so that you guys can go to that and subscribe and all of that. Last thing on that is if you're trying to get in contact with me, the newest videos, and you'll know they're new because they'll say description later. Squash those videos as far as trying to contact me because there's nothing there but that. You have to go down a couple of videos, maybe 40, 50 videos down, and find a video that already has a description of that video, what the video is about, and chances are you're going to have the contact information. There are a couple of videos in between the most current ones and those I'm speaking of that do have a description, but they don't have the contact information. So you're going to have no contact information, no description, no contact information. You go down a little further, you're going to have 3 or 4 of them that just have a description, but no contact information. Then you're going to go into the ones that do actually have that information. Click those videos and look at the information. I have 33 collections on a particular social media platform. I really do. So the Blue Cup in the Attic is not the only thing that I do, you guys. I have the Jazz Groove Cafe, which I absolutely love doing if you are a jazz enthusiast. I have White Folk Wednesday if you love white folk music. And every Wednesday I will post white songs, songs by white people. And I grew up in that era where, I mean, white people have always had, good music as well. But I'm just saying, as a Black African woman, I grew up in the era where, the 80s, MTV, and also in the 60s, so there's, the 70s basically for me. Yeah, I used to get down, y'all. I'm telling you, I love music and stuff. So I love all kinds of music. There's 2 types of music I don't really get into without saying here, and I've said it before in other videos. But yeah, so do that and you'll be able to get in contact with me. If you send me an email, please, I'm telling you guys now, please don't expect that I'm going to respond. I haven't checked. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't checked my emails in today being Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Okay. I haven't checked my emails in, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm serious. I can't stand emails. I'm just letting you know. I just do not like them. And that I would, let me be honest, here, I would check them more often than I do. I would probably check them every day. But you got to understand where I am, It's just certain things you don't do. Even if I'm in the computer room, I know for a fact people will have and will park outside and hack into the computer systems in the computer room. I don't know if management is aware of that, but I know when to stay in my lane, and they are doing that. Okay, so if they're coming in while you're in there and they're watching you, your perps, and they come in there and sit in the seat and something they've never done before, then come on. And they're doing it because you're no longer using the computers in there. You're just sitting in there. You're using your own laptops. Come on, you guys. People, world's dumbest criminals. Okay. The key. So, and I'm getting to the key. So I had to mention the cameras and stuff like that, you guys. So they're very high tech. Here is the deal. If you guys are, let's just say you are a manager. This is organized crime, you guys. This is organized crime, you guys. This is organized crime. I'm repeating that because I say it all the time. I've even asked my followers to go to YouTube and look up organized crime. You guys are not understanding, some of you, the depth and impact of organized crime. This is not, once again, and I always give this or a similar example. This is not you and your best friend saying, or a good friend or whomever, let's see, we're going to rob that. I'm not giving anyone any suggestions or anything. We're going to, and I was about to say a restaurant, but I'm glad I stopped myself. We're going to go rob that restaurant tomorrow, and it's all planned out. We're not going to shoot anyone, but we're just going to rob them. Okay, it's a done deal. They rob, they get the money, they split the money. Go get the money and run. Hoo, hoo. Go on, get the money and run. You guys will find out. I always put music in my stuff. No, go on, take the money and run. Yeah. I said it wrong. Go on, take the money and run. Yeah. But that's a done deal. They're sitting on the bed and they split the money and Jason went his way and Daryl went his way and they're gone. Christmas time. They had to get some for the kids, sadly. That's a done deal. Organized crime, you guys, is nowhere near that freaking level. Take that and send it to the 90th power. Normally, I would say the 15th power. And I actually get that from, Eddie Murphy was in a movie for which he played a vampire. And some character in the movie, I think this is when he first started playing different characters in movies. And someone said, and I think it was him, but I don't remember the character, the name of the character he was playing, if it was him, but I guess he had come out as the vampire at night, and someone was trying to describe him, and they said it was a dude, an old middle-aged older dude or something like that, over 50. He said, did the dog look like this? And so they, Chihuahua. And he says something like, hell no, that's a, what did he say? Oh my God, it was just so funny. Oh, no, it wasn't a Chihuahua. He pointed to a dog. He said, that's a Chihuahua compared to the, it was just so funny. To the 15th power or something. And I may be mixing up a couple of things, but it was just so funny. And I remember. So anyway, back on track. So you guys, matter of fact, Eddie Murphy was in one of my, he's not one of my, he is my favorite comedian. Yeah, well, it's okay, let me back up. I already started, so finish it. My favorite comedian was in a movie, in one of my favorite movies with Eddie Murphy. Okay, there you go. I said it how I wanted to say it. I like Eddie Murphy, but he's not my favorite comedian, I guess is what I'm saying. So, with that being said, you guys, the key. Managers. Even though there are security cams, you've set everything up, the apartment complex has set this up, right? What these idiots will do when someone is coming into someone's apartment, organized crime. They're not going to, in normal situations, have the perps. If you've looked up perps. Briefly, perps are people that they get to spy on you because they can only be in one place at one time using the high-tech equipment. Boy, I made that simple, didn't I? Yeah. These are people that live around you, upstairs, downstairs, across the hall. Now you're saying if they're across the hall, how can they use the high-tech equipment? Okay. I live near a stairwell. Okay. There's idiots that get on the stairwell. My wall is a stairwell. Okay. Wall. Okay. I'm going to leave that at that. So what happens? They don't want them to get in trouble, and they don't want to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So what they'll do, the key is someone has the key. Trust me, the key is going to stay on the premises by one of the perps. Here's the deal. Because there may be an emergency situation where they can't, this individual I'm going to speak on, or individuals, can't get to you when they need to get to you. Getting word from someone else, the perp or whatever. I don't know what she did something. She covered up something. Okay, well, can you go in and do this and do this and do that? You know what she did. Okay, but you know what he did. But in most cases, they will have a stranger, not to them, but to you, the victim, come in the apartment. Because the camera's going to show the stranger coming into the apartment, not the person who lives next door, across the hall, upstairs. downstairs, even in downstairs too. You could be on the second. I was on the second floor in my last apartment, and this was going on. Okay, so they're not the key. The key, your key. Someone has your key, and depending on what it is, they know those cameras are working. We can't do that, So, in other words, with organized crime, someone is always thinking. These are crime specialists. This is what they do. Someone is always thinking, and ideas are always shared back and forth of how to get this done. The quickest, and not the quickest way, but not the most simplest way in all cases, is how they're going to get that done. It is the quickest. It's not simple. That can be done. That can be accomplished. You're like, how can you do the quickest and the simplest? Yeah, you can. Quickest way to get this done is to have some other idiot whom they're very well aware of, the perps that live around you, come in to the apartment. And the simplest way to get it done is to have that person do it, because they know how to do it. They're going to do it really, really quick, and they've been watching you, etc., etc., etc. Also, I know I've mentioned this in different, and that's the key. The key. Your key is in multiple places. Okay. And I will say this again: this crime was, I know in my heart, this crime, although I feel was started by someone who had a lot of money. And as a matter of fact, I know they have a lot of money, because they're paying dearly to see me. Now, the perps are not getting this money. They're getting paid. Let me pay your cable bill. Let me do this, buy you some weed, etc., etc., etc. Those are the people on the lowest level. But I already knew that the person that came up with this idea, who told someone, organized crime starts with one person, one idea. That's with any other business. And this is business, you guys. Organized crime is not just some freaks of the week wanting to see someone, and it's just blown up to a lot of people. You got to understand, there's channels out there where this video footage is being posted. Okay. Probably on the dark web. I did the Blue Cup in the Attic called the dark web ... It does exist, or something like that. Check it out. You are not just being spied on by some idiot that just wants to see you. Yes, true. Because what happens in the end is that the people will get infatuated or fixated with whom they're watching. You go in the bathroom, they go in the bathroom above your head. You go here, everywhere you go. They don't even want to leave their apartment. They will even quit their jobs because they want to watch you. I mean, they start, especially the men, they will get fixated on that person and become attracted to that person, to the point that they will do anything. There will even be attempted rapes, because they will just get fixated on that person. And the funny thing about it is that the people, what I'm finding here where I am, the men are booed up, y'all. And their boo, I hate that word. I do. Knows what they're doing, because they're in cahoots with them. This money coming in. And it took a really good friend of mine who is Hispanic, of Hispanic descent, and Indian. He's biracial. It took him to say this to me. He said, well, it was two people actually. I can't remember the other one. But when he found out what was going on, and I told him that women are involved, I said, what kills me is it's like a lot of women involved. And he said, oh, hell, well then, yeah, that's money. I had two people say that, and I never thought of it that way. Yeah, when you got women involved in something like this, you better believe there is some money. No woman, just to say this, regardless of how she may not like a woman, a normal woman, regardless of I have a suit for the soul called the 4 types of women, or 4 types of women. I think it's the 4 types of women. Either way, check it out. Although there are 4 types of women, they're all normal. You know what I'm saying? It's normal for her to be slutty. It's normal. She's a woman. Okay. And when I say normal, I mean, she's a woman. She has the right to be slutty. She's a woman. She has the right to be a bitch. She's a woman. She's a woman. She has the right to be a lady. Okay. And I'm thinking of the other one. And the other one is whore. Excuse the language, but it is. And they goes from the least raunchiest or ratchet, if at all, to the most ratchet. Excuse me. There is no way that there's men law and there's women law. People got mad at Steve Harvey when he came out with his book. Think like a man, act like a woman, or act like a woman, think like a man, or something. I forgot which one it is. Okay. They got mad. A lot of men. He had threats from men. Can you imagine? Because he broke man's law. Man's law is like, okay, I'm your brother. I'm being unfaithful to my wife, your sister-in-law, but you know not to go tell her what I'm doing. That's man law. Likewise, women have women law. I can't stand you. I don't like you, but I don't want anything to happen to you, in the sense that, no, I'm not going to sit there and just let somebody just watch you in the privacy of your home. No woman, regardless of her being either of those four types of women. No, that's a lie. No. If she's the last one, she would. But it's still normal. And this is why she would do it. She would do it. Okay, let me backtrack. She wouldn't do it if money was not involved. For what? Women are for what people? Why would I do that? Logical. Why would I do that? For what? I'm not going to let you watch a woman in her apartment. Man, that's crazy. Why would you be doing that? Blah, 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 blah. But when they hear this sound, cha-ching. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. That's fine. So how does this work? How does this work? Yeah. It changes things. They will put a woman under the bus when most women will put a woman under the bus when money is involved. Here's the thing that's weird about that, and I think this is worth an ass whooping. Regardless of you getting paid, you are putting that woman's life in danger. See, what you're not seeing, it's what's happening behind your back. The thoughts that men are having while they're watching that woman in her apartment. While she's wiping her vagina, while she's pissing. While she's changing her clothes, changing her bra, she has to wear clothes. She has to do all this stuff. You are participating in that. You guys, when I tell you that's a bona fide ass whooping, straight out the gate. And it's such an ass whooping. And excuse my language. I'm gonna make sure that I say that there's some explicit language in this. It's such a bad ass whooping, and warranted. That it doesn't matter where it happens. It just needs to happen. Because what you did was put that you put and maybe still doing it. You put that woman's life in jeopardy. Because what you didn't know is when she went around the corner, someone attempted to rape her. Because you want to get some money. Something you would not even fucking want to happen to you. Mind you. Oh, no. Because what's on the surface, she's being watched for this reason, that reason, this reason, that reason. We're just trying to get some information from her. She stole something from us, blah, 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 blah. Lies from the pit of hell. So they reeled you in with money. The key. You may be the one that has the key. You know where it is. The emergency key. And you not one damn time thought about the impact of how the impact of what you're doing is affecting that woman in more ways than you will never know. These are fucking men. This is not your fucking brother. These are men. It's not your dad. These are men. Your man, for that matter. You don't know what your man is thinking while he's sitting there watching that woman. You're not up in you're not in his dome. You're not the thing that makes his brain tick. And see, some of these men have women are so dumbfounded in relationships. He loves me so much. He not interested in her. They just watching her, see what she doing, and we getting paid. Bitch! Oh, excuse me, y'all. Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. If you let me tell you something, you guys, ladies, please. Oh God. I hope some of the perps listen to this, not just over here. I mean, this is organized crime. I hope in California, I don't care. Great Britain. If your man loved you, there would be no amount of money on the planet, regardless of y'all situation, regardless of the hierarchy or where you are in the tier structure of richness. There is no amount of money on the planet that would make your man want to watch another woman in her apartment. He had a hidden agenda. Of course he's watching her, and if you agreeing with it, you being played off on virtually, bitch. You gave him the key to play off on you virtually. Watching her while she's showering. What, y'all? What woman do y'all know? Post your comments below that will sit there and let their man watch a woman showering. Yeah. The mere thought of it is hilarious. And they're men. This is why women are booed up. You know, I'm single because I know my worth. They're booed up because they don't. This is why they booed up. A woman, most men love a stupid ass woman. Excuse my language. I did not plan to curse like this. Most men love a stupid $8 woman. They're going to put a ring on your finger because guess what? Proof in the pudding. You're going to let him get away with any damn thing that he comes up with, any ideas that come across your door, the threshold of your door. You're going to let him do it because you have low fucking self-esteem and you're desperate. Two of my freaking pet peeves in the top freaking 5. And I have some, you guys. I need to work on my pet peeves, that collection. Because, and I'm telling you, I haven't worked on that collection, but I have them listed. I have a collection of pet peeves that I had pre-written down before I posted them because I was doing them one at a time. That's one of my 33 collections, my pet peeves. Some of it is a hoot. Yeah. That's what you are. That's what you are. That's what you are. Okay, a slut. You a booed up slut. Okay? In your face, sorry. Yeah, they're booed up sluts. Then you have the woman, even though this is still about the key, because she could have the key. You have the woman that's single, or it seems like she's single. You don't see any men coming over to visit her. I mean, but she's a hater, and she's an undercover lesbian. I don't give a damn how many kids she has. Are y'all feeling me? Any woman that wants to watch another woman in her apartment and knowing that would be inclusive of her taking her freaking clothes off and getting in the shower, y'all explain that to me. What do y'all call that? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay? So, the key is this. Your key, if you are being spied on, especially to the level I am, I'm telling no, this really doesn't include if someone's coming to your apartment, they're not stealing anything, whatever the case may be, someone has your key. Okay? Someone has your key. Someone around you has your key. And they don't have to be around you, because check this out. A lot of people over here, just like where I moved from, related, co-workers, cousins, they walk like freaking roaches all throughout the day, sometimes in the night, going from one building to the next. You can just see them. Everyone's noticed it. Everybody over here is related. Yeah, that's why everybody over here is stupid. The apple does not. Capital DOES space NOT fall far from the tree. So some trees back generations, this is how the grandmother acted. This is how the grandfather acted. Someone who raised them. This is them. They've evolved into whomever raised them. And then they had the stupid idea of having some kids, life givers is what I call them. And guess what? It just, it's generational. So when those kids, I call them over here my babies. I mean, I got some babies over here, you guys, and I just love every last one of them. If I can kiss them on the forehead, guess what? They love me. And I feel so freaking sorry. Y'all, I love kids so much it almost brings me to tears. I will beat somebody's ass behind their own kids. Excuse my language, I will. They had them and I'm beating their ass. I just love kids that much. And what pisses me off is when you a ratchet $8 sign parent. You are you putting ideas in that baby's head. And I'm talking 12, 13. You putting your freaking stupid $8 sign of ratchet ass ideas into your kid's head. Y'all, that's a pet peeve of mine. There's another one. You're molding your kid into you. Nobody. Instead of letting that kid get his wings, her wings, as lava, as lava, rather, from to a butterfly, letting them fly on their own. One thing about me, my daughter started traveling, y'all, gone. Because I said if something happened to her, what am I going to do? I gave her wings when she was young. My son didn't want to travel or do this, but she was traveling. She was in all of this stuff. I couldn't even, we'd be on her all day. I'd be on her trying to tell you some of the stuff this little girl was in. Oh my God. So smart. Talented and gifted. Oh, she was in soccer. She played soccer. She cheerleader. She was just everything. I made sure that whatever you want, whatever you want to be, baby, you just tell mama, and mama's going to come up with the money, and dad is, even though we separated, you're going to do that, whatever that is. I didn't care if she wanted to go to the freaking moon and play with an orchestra on the moon. And whatever I had to do to make sure that baby was doing what she wanted to do, guess what? She was going to be up there, and I was going to look up there and just smile. Play it, girl! Play it! That's mama's baby! No. You don't find parents like that. And I think we were the last dinosaurs. And I'm not going to even say we, because some of the people who are in cahoots with these idiots at the top, middle, and top are around my age. I'm looking at one dude like, dude, where's your cane, baby? Because you look like a fucking walking cricket. Yet I'm sure these are your nephews. You teach, oh, this is great. You're so good. You're teaching them how to be a criminal. Oh my God, you're such a wonderful uncle. Yeah. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry. I didn't plan on going in, but I did. I have to apologize to you guys, because I shoot straight from the hip. I'm sorry. And although I could say blah, 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 and instead of ass, I'm going to say $8 sign. Sometimes, y'all, it's just warranted. I am so sorry. I just had to say it the way it is. Ooh. I just had to, you know. And that is, you should know what your flaws are. And that is one of my flaws, it has become one of my flaws, the cursing, because I'm like, oh my God, you didn't curse like this, girl. What's going on? Yeah, I've recognized. Okay. I do some cursing. So you guys, that is it. The key, your key is in multiple places, usually no more than 2 places. You got to have a backup. And guess what? Even if those keys got lost, maintenance. And I'm telling you, and I have to stress this, I am not talking about the new maintenance supervisor. I have to say that because I don't want anyone to take anything personal. No, I'm not talking about him. Anyone who has access to those keys. Yeah. Anyone. Someone's coming in asking, here's a scenario before I go. I live in the office. I really do. All I need is a bed. And they know that. I come in, they look up and just look back down and keep typing because I actually live in the office. I will shut down the computer room if I'm the last one in there. And, they know that. And push the chairs in the whole bit. No problem. And it's like, if I'm in there, and this is just a scenario, if I'm in there, I'm in there. Hey, how you doing? Hey, girl, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Go sit down. If I'm in there and someone comes to get my key to go in my apartment and do something, and my situation, like, wait. She's right here. And she claims she been spied on. And I say claim. Notice that word claim because this is management. She claims she been spied on. I don't live with her, but she claims she being spied on. She's right there. Why would he be coming to get a key and she's sitting right there knowing she would probably be in her apartment if she knew, or if someone was coming to fix something in her apartment? Ding, 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 ding. See, that's what I would do. I would go, Kimmy, did you are you going to go to your apartment? Because they have to cover their backs. So you going to go to your apartment because maintenance is fixing to go to your apartment. Ooh, busted. Oh, you are so busted. Huh? What? No, maintenance is not fixing to go to my apartment. For what? And then I've heard women saying, I'm just freaking pissed off. They going in my apartment without, doing stuff. And I'm not even there, or, and I've heard women say, I'm the messenger. And I'm like, well, you probably need to beat her. But then I understood the situation why they were mad, And this doesn't happen a lot here. I don't want people thinking, oh my God, they go in apartments. No. I'm throwing out scenario. That's what I would do. I would say, okay, well, before I give you the key or before you get the key, she's right there. Baby, do you know that's a slap in the face? No one asks questions in most apartment complexes. Management does not ask questions in most apartment complexes. They don't. Because you work here, you've already been screened. When you got hired, you were screened. You work here, you've been doing this for years, 20-some years. Yeah, you've been spying on people for 20-some years. Yeah, you have. That's what I would be saying. 15 at least. Yeah, you guys be careful. Just be careful. Watch your surroundings. You see people sitting in their vehicles, they never get out. To you, that's normal. No, it's not. You go sit in your vehicle and do nothing. What's in your vehicle? Now, 5 minutes, okay. You were listening to something on the radio. That was funny. Blah, 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 blah. You want to listen to the rest of it. I got it. You sit in your damn vehicle and you're looking at your phone and you've been sitting in your vehicle for an hour, 2 hours. Y'all, come on now. Come on. Work with me. Abnormal. I don't care what you say. Get away from my mama. No. You weren't getting away from your mama. Yeah, you might have been getting away from your mama because your mama is not in cahoots with you spying on women in their apartment or spying on me specifically. Yeah, you did go to the vehicle and sit out there, try to hide. I got you. Wink, wink. I was mad at my wife, so I was saying, No, no, no. Yeah, you were mad at your wife, but you know she said that to you before. She said that to you 3 years ago. Did you get this mad? You had the same damn vehicle, but you just decide, preacher mode. You decide for some reason, okay, today that when she say the same thing, you drink too much, okay, you decide that you're gonna go to your vehicle, okay, and sit in it now for 3. Come on, y'all. You see someone sitting in their vehicle, to these days, it's a sight of suspicion. It's a sight of suspicion. Sit there, and you in your apartment, you can see them, watch them, see how long they sit in the vehicle. 20 minutes max, maybe. And then 20 minutes is even a longer time because they probably just got through showering. I gotta go. Hasta la vista. And when I say they, I am talking about the victim. Buenos Aires, buenas noches, arrivederci. Au revoir, Salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao, Bela. Ciao, Belo. Gotta go. Smooches. Bye. Okay. I'm not gone. And I didn't append to the end. I didn't append the end. I just thought about something before I decided to leave. I'm looking around in my apartment right now, you guys, and you hear the in my voice. Listen. I'm looking around in my apartment right now, you guys. Y'all hear that? My throat doesn't hurt. I'm not hoarse. I want to say something else, y'all. Or better yet, that's the lump in my throat. I took a video last night, you guys, of my apartment. 32 point some minutes. Had to get it all in because when I kept looking at you know how I do, I'm looking at my video at the camera on my phone, and I know how, I think 33, one of them will do 33, one of them will do, 33.7, and the other one will do some, 30 minutes. Okay. I'm looking at my phone, so I noticed it was on 33 or 32 point something, 51 seconds, 32 minutes, 51 seconds. I was like, oh my God, let me say these last words. The video, it would have been a blue cup in the attic. The video was a video of my apartment right now, how it looks right now. You guys, this is hideous. My boxes my moving boxes are literally on my wall right now, you guys. Yeah. I have a whole wall with nothing but boxes. 3 walls, actually, if you count the other 2 above the door, pant and coat closet. Yeah. And on the that's on the wall. In front of those boxes is a bedspread that belonged to my mother before she passed away. She never used it. It would be folded up. I knew this thing was heavy, and it was, because this bedspread went up in my ceiling for the first time in my former apartment, and my play sister had to help me. And I'm telling you, it was like lifting up an elephant. She had it custom made to match the Cornish boards. If you don't know what Cornish boards, it's like draperies. Think about draperies, curtains, and in elaborate homes. Not saying that it was, like I lived in a castle, but in most elaborate homes, if you look up above the curtains, you'll see this design. It's really wood, but it's covered to match. You just look up Cornish boards. I'm assuming like Cornish hens is spelled the same way. I don't know, but she had 3 of them in her bedroom, and she had these covered. Because they were originally, I want to say red. Yeah, they were red because her decorum at the time was red. And so she had my mom. Oh my God, my mom. Gosh, Jesus. She was over the top. We had most of our clothes, a majority of especially our church clothes, especially for Easter and stuff, were custom made, and when we were growing up. And I know mine's where I'm just not thinking if I don't know. I know mine, my clothes. were custom made. And then, not my clothes, but I'm just saying my mom, she had a seamstress. Okay. And, she would sew herself sometimes. She stopped doing that, but she had, I don't know what you call a drapery person, what they're called, seamstress. I don't know if they're still called seamstress, but if she wanted something made, she would have it made. She had this made, and she had those 3 formerly red Cornish boards recovered and to match this bedspread, you guys, which is I'll tell you what, you can sleep outside in the winter. I'm talking snow, and put this on top of you, maybe fold it probably one time, you're hot for real. It's that heavy. You guys, it's on my wall. And every time I look at it, there were no holes in that bedspread. None. I remember the first time I put a nail in this bedspread. I started crying like a baby. Because my mother took care of her stuff. And she would never have put a hole in it, and I shouldn't have never had a reason to. I shouldn't have never had a reason. As a matter of fact, I could have put it up before I did. I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's a bedspread. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's in impeccable condition. It belonged to my mom. Yada, yada, yada. And in my ceiling are boxes in some cases. And I say some cases because it's not all over, I say all that to say this. I went to go publish that video up. I left my apartment. Oh, God, y'all should have heard me. I still have it as evidence. But I went to go publish. Oh, it was at 5%. Can't get a good connection here, so you got to go outside in most cases to get a connection, to publish up, download, whatever. And interjection. That's not why these idiots are sitting in their vehicle. Trust me. But they know, I want to leave my apartment anyway. I don't want to be here anyway. So they work together for me. I went up to the front, you guys, and it's at 5%. Oh, I'm like, 5%, 45 minutes. Well, 3%, 45 minutes, and they got up to 5%. I just started walking. Literally, this is how God works with me. If you listen to a Blue Cup in the Attic, where I mentioned where I could have gotten raped by these idiots because I was listening to the last 10 minutes of a podcast that I did. My podcast includes music. And I was listening to it, and Dance Music, Sex, Romance by Prince. Before I published something up, I listened to it, but it was 2 hours and 14 minutes and some seconds, and I was at 2 hours and 4 minutes or something like that. So listen to that, and the reason why I mentioned that is because I did the same thing I did the same thing action wise, but in that video I mentioned that I just got up, just rose up, and you got to listen to it. You'll understand what the rest of it is. Same thing here. Although I'm standing up, I'm outside. I just started walking, and I started walking down the sidewalk, knowing that the further I went, it was going to stop publishing, but I can come back, no problem, as long as it gets up, and God is great. I talked to someone, and they were me. It was as if I was talking to myself. They were telling me don't publish that up because that's what Satan wants you to do. God is fixing to send you somewhere And Satan wants people to see you like that. People who want to work with you, but they won't work with you if they see that video. Girl, you fixing to go places. Didn't even know this person. I know them, but didn't know they were paying that much attention to me. Gave me one of the greatest compliments they ever could. Girl, you fixing to go places. God is fixing to send you somewhere. All these people are watching you. And this and that and that. And that's how Satan wants to do is you publish that up, how your apartment, not just necessarily how the apartment is, but just publish that video up. Because I told him I was going off and he said, no. He said, you gave it to God. You give it to God. You leave it alone. I said, this is what I tell people all the time. Leave it alone. You give it to God, leave it alone. He'll take care of it. When you give stuff to God, you're not supposed to take it back. Who is that, y'all, but me? Now, see what's going to happen. I got lectured last night by almost a stranger, as far as people that are close to me. But I know him. And he got in my stuff. I said, yeah, you're right. He said, you just go back and you start laughing and praising God and stuff like that because that's what Satan wants you to do. He wants you to publish that up. So people can see that this is, in other words, see me at my worst, see me cursing and doing all this stuff. I wasn't doing anything, but just going off because someone came into my apartment yesterday. I guess that's what I should say. I had fixed all of this stuff up, and I already knew, went up to the front. This is the routine. Someone came into my apartment yesterday. They have push pins in places where I didn't have any push pins and the curtain is leaning to the side. Just, you know what I'm saying. It's normal. I knew they were coming in because they couldn't see me. See, it's okay for them not to see me for 24 hours, but more than that, or 16 to 24 hours. Oh no, they not making any money. They're losing money. The key. Someone's going to come in with the key. You hear me? And I thank that person very much for talking to me. Because this I do know. God is fixing to send me somewhere. I don't know where he is. He's been working on this. And this is what he said. This is funny. I'm saying this because this is what this person said. I'm saying it, but I'm not thinking about him when I said it. This is confirmation. He said the same thing. He said, God been working on something for you for a long time and you just come along and just y'all. Thank you, dude. Oh gosh, he preached to me. He said some things to me. This whole rant that he was doing, I know it lasted about 12 minutes. All good. And all I can say, you're right. Yeah, you're right. This is what I would tell people. Everything you're saying is what I would tell people. Every single thing that dude said, was me talking to myself. It was as if it was his voice. But it was confirmation. Every single word of it was me talking to myself. You know better than that. You don't do that. God, and I will post some things. But God is working on something for you, girl. And you sitting there doing this, don't do that. Because that ain't number Satan. He want to see you post that up. He want people to see you looking like that, doing that. So he can get the glory. And people don't want to work with you. And they think that such as I said, God, dog it. Ooh. So I got halted. Y'all won't see that video, but it is evidence. It definitely is in my archives of evidence. Because you guys were going to see my new version of my apartment, y'all. The newest version. And I am going to be filing harassment charges on some individuals in this building. That I am going to do. Yeah. That I am going to do. So, anywho, bye, you guys. Sorry for the extension, but yeah, it's like people think about the key. People take their obsessiveness to a level that it's like, oh my God, shouldn't even have to go there. It's like, really? Okay. Can't you like look at my videos? I mean, you can look at my videos all the time. Did you not know that? Repeat, replay, pause, go back. Bye.